done a bit of gym yesterday, a little bit of a bowl today, 5 or 6 overs. I'm not sure if I want to risk playing him yet. I think there's still a lot of cricket to be played. There's 2 test matches, and it's also a great opportunity to keep developing the other fast bowlers. So I don't think I want to risk playing him yet, but he's on his way to recovery. And then the second question regarding the win. Look, the guys were ecstatic, very happy, and rightfully so, because it was a fantastic win for us. But come today, it's done. We had a good long chat, and we've got to take the positives and the learnings from the last game, and we've got to try and improve in every department going into tomorrow's game, because we know it's going to be another tough one. But everybody very happy, ecstatic, proud of the team's performance, but it's now done, and we've got to focus on tomorrow's game.
2 questions. Firstly, obviously it was such a dramatic game the other night. Can you personally remember being involved in such a dramatic game previously? And then secondly, you could say that sort of last wicket partnership kind of papered over the cracks a little bit of the batting that went before it, and obviously the batting has been a bit of a concern for a little while now. So what's your sort of take on that?
Yeah, look, I think we've been involved in some amazing games. I mean, as a coach, I've been in some amazing games with Bangladesh. We've had some narrow wins, some narrow losses, but that was as close as they come, I suppose. And you're right, it shouldn't have been that tight. We needed 55, I think, with 4 wickets down. We're in a pretty good position. So, yep, by far not the perfect performance, and there's a lot of work still to be done. But to be able to win from that situation says a lot about the team's character, and we've got to see the positive from it and not dwell too much on the things that weren't that good, and that's the way I see it going forward. Yes, sir.
Can you give us any big picture of what is the mood in the team, because they are on the verge of being a
Look, I think there's confidence in this format. We know our record in Bangladesh is very good, and there's a sense of excitement that we're playing against India, one of the big teams in the world, and it's a great opportunity to test ourselves against one of the best teams in the world. But there's also a sense of, look, we know India are going to come back strong. We've got to play better cricket than we played in the first game, particularly with the bat, because I don't think we can get away with it again. So there's definitely a sense of determination to make sure we put in a better performance, particularly with the bat tomorrow.
So what on Mahmudullah, saw him work with him about his boundary hitting?
No, not quite his boundary hitting, just a little bit of his intensity. I think his intensity maybe dropped a little bit and was looking more to survive than looking to score. And that's why he probably missed that half volley on leg stump. If you're looking to score, he's probably hitting that for 2 or 4. So just making sure that he gets into the routine and the rhythm of it. I'm going to defend my players. Mushfiq wasn't dropped, he retired from T20 cricket. That's the first point. And then the second point is, I think the last 2 games in Zimbabwe, which was a game before these last 2, I think Mahmudullah got 80, 89 and 40. 80 and 40 or 39 or something like that. So I'm very reluctant to say that. All players have times in their careers where they're searching for runs, but it was one day international ago that he got 89. So I've got no concerns with him at the moment. We know that all players, when they get to the end, older parts of their careers, they're going to go through those phases. But I still have a lot of faith in his ability and a lot of faith in his batting.
Wonderful.
Yeah, look, for me, I like a left hand, right hand opening combination. Second point is he seems to be finding his way in white ball cricket. He got 2 50s in the T20 World Cup. And look, I can tell you a lot of great players, the first 20, 25 one-day internationals or 20 test matches. I think of Jacques Kallis, his first 12 test matches. I think he averaged 12 in test match cricket. Became one of the best players of all time. So, look, Chanto needs to perform more consistently. We know that. He's also been on some tricky surfaces. The West Indies was really tough. Apparently, he played some good innings there. So, look, you've got to be patient with some players. 12 one internationals is not that many games. He's playing against high quality teams on tough conditions. So you've got to be patient and allow those players to find their form at some stage. International now since South Africa because he got injured. And I think that the new ball is so important in Liverpool, being able to negotiate the new ball. I sort of like keeping Sakib away from the first 3 or 4 overs against the new ball. So once the ball gets a little bit older, I find Sakib to be an unbelievable player. So I want to try and keep him a little bit away from him. Pressure really well. I know at one stage it was number 2 or number 3 in the 50 over cricket to the ball. I'm not sure where he is now, but you can always rely on him. If he goes for a few runs, you know you can bring him back in those situations because he really thrives in those situations. And I mean, it was a special innings the other day, the way he held the game together, and he was clear and calm in his thinking at the back end. And look, it's not the first time he's done it. We were 40 for 6 against Afghanistan, and he played superbly. And just really pleased with him because he's a fantastic character in the team and a really good bloke to work with.
Is he valued enough in the public?
I value him massively. How the public see him and the media see him, I don't know, but as the coach, he's one of the first names in my